Welcome back to my channel. I'm here with a Wrestlemania Night 1 review. So like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get to it. We open up the show with Show Speed and the Vision versus the Usos and LA Knight. I thought the match was pretty solid in my opinion. The Usos and LA Knight would end up picking up the win. And after the match, Logan Paul would turn on him on Show Speed, hit him with a right hand, look to go for a splash through the announce table, but then LA Knight and the Usos would get involved and they would help him, and then they would beat down Logan, and Show Speed would jump off the top rope onto the outside into the announce table. I think Show Speed might be here longer, facing Logan Paul in the future. I thought this match was pretty good overall. Let me know your thoughts on it. Next, we have Drew McIntyre versus Jacob Fatu in the unsanctioned match. I thought the match was a great match in my opinion. I liked all the spots. It was a crazy match. Thought it would have had blood, but it didn't, surprisingly. Let me know what your thoughts on this match. Jacob Fatu would end up picking up the win. Let me know if you think this feud is over and if you like this match. Next, we have the Fatal 4-Way for the Women's Tag Championships. The Irresistible Forces versus Bay Lyra versus Charlexa versus Brie Bella, and Nikki wasn't able to compete, so they would have a returning Paige come back, and they would end up picking up the win to become the new tag champs. I thought the match was overall pretty good. Let me know your thoughts on it, and how do you feel about Paige returning? Next, we have AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch for the Women's IC title. Match I think was overall pretty solid, probably their best match since with each other. Jessica Carr and Becky Lynch were getting a shoving battle. I think Jessica Carr might be stepping in the ring soon. And Jessica Carr would unwillingly help Becky Lynch kind of, because she would get pulled in a way to shield Becky from AJ, and then AJ would get hit on the turnbuckle, exposed turnbuckle. And then Becky Lynch would pick up the win, and Becky Lynch is once again our new Intercontinental Champion. Let me know your thoughts on this match, and if you're glad Becky has won the match, and if you think it was the right call. Next, we have this absolute heater of a match between Seth Rollins versus Gunther. By far, so far, the best match of the whole night. It was so awesome. There's so many great things you say about it. Everything to expect that you would expect from these two of the best performances in the game. Gunther will end up picking up the win with some help from Braun Breaker, costing Seth Rollins. But this match was so good. We talking announce table spot, top rope moves. It was crazy. Everything you would want in a match. By far, I will keep saying it over and over again. Best match of the night, and probably will end up being the best match of the whole night. After the match, Braun Breaker once again spear Seth Rollins, and then he will hug Paul Heyman at the end. Let me know if you're excited for their feud, and let me know your thoughts on this amazing match. 10 out of 10 match. Next, we have Liv Morgan versus Stephanie Vaquer for the Women's World Championship. Another great match, in my opinion. I really enjoyed the match. It was real short. A lot of these matches have been short today, but Liv Morgan is our new Women's World Champion, thanks to some help from the Judgment Day, Raquel Rodriguez, Roxanne Perez. Let me know your thoughts on this match, and if you enjoyed it. And I hope this feud keeps going. Let me know your thoughts, and your thoughts on Stephanie Vaquer's reign. Then we would have the host John Cena come out. He had a segment earlier at the beginning of the show that I forgot to say. Basically, just welcome you to WrestleMania. But then he will announce the attendance for today. Then out will come Bianca Belair, an unexpected surprise, and she would announce that she is having a baby. So it looks like Bianca is now going to be out even longer. Let me know your thoughts, and if you're happy for Bianca. And in the main event, we would have Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes for the WWE Undisputed Championship. Pat McAfee would come out first, make an entrance. Then out would come Randy Orton having a long entrance. Then Cody Rhodes would have an amazing entrance. But before the match would start, Pat McAfee would attack Cody Rhodes, and then they would get into it. Even Randy Orton would come in and get involved. Then Jelly Roll would come out, and he would jump off the announce table, delivering an elbow drop to Pat McAfee. Then we would have an amazing match, in my opinion, way better than Cena and Cody last year. Awesome match, really picked up there, and Randy would get blinded by Cody Rhodes. There was blood. He would accidentally RKO Charles Robinson. Out would come Pat McAfee to take the pin, but Cody would kick out. Randy Orton would end up RKOing Pat McAfee. And then Cody Rhodes would take advantage and pick up the win. Then after the match, Randy Orton would take and would attack Cody Rhodes, and then he would finally bring back the punt, and he punted Cody Rhodes. Seems like this rivalry isn't done. Let me know your thoughts and what you thought of WrestleMania Night 1. Overall, I thought WrestleMania Night 1 was pretty solid. I give it like a 7 out of 10. Let me know your thoughts down below. Till next time, like, comment, and subscribe.